today I am showing you this hair from Eullair hair, and I'm going to show you how I installed it with no baby hair, which is really hard for me to do. This is a 20-inch 13x4 deep wave wig. The cap is big head friendly. Those zigzags in the cap mean they extended it for big heads like me, and I'm really excited about that because it fit perfectly. This is how the hair looks, completely dry, no product, just completely dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the hair out of the way so I can cut the lace to fit my ears. Also, I have worked with Eullair before. I'll leave their links in the description so you guys can check them out. I really like them because they actually listened to me when I said the caps were too small to fit my head, and they made it bigger. I also did a video styling this hair with a curling wand. Make sure you check that out. So I'm adding some foundation to my lace so it can better blend in with my skin, since I do already have makeup on. Now, if I didn't have makeup on, I wouldn't have did this step, but I noticed that it does make it look a lot more realistic. I'm using my wax stick to smooth the hair out so that when I do lay it down, it's a little bit easier to do. I bleach my knots with a 40 volume developer, only because I do usually use a 30, but I use a 40 because Eullair hair in the previous times before were stubborn knots. So I said a 40 might do it. It did the front pretty well, but the back still not so much, still pretty stubborn. And of course, you know, we gotta hot comb the roots after we put the wax stick on. I put the hair up so I can really see what's going on, so I can really see where I am going. I'm using my Got2b spray to apply to my edges so that when I lay the wig down, it will soak up. That didn't really work, so you will see me go back in with more Got2b. I let the wig dry for probably about 10-15 minutes, and my edges were still lifting up, so I'm adding some more to the outside of the lace. Usually I do this with my baby hair in my wigs. I just add the spray directly to the baby hair and it makes it stay. So I thought it would be good to do this. It was okay. I probably wouldn't do this method again. I would try to work on something else, but for this, it was cool. And then I let it dry again. Now it's time to cut the lace, and you can see my makeup on the lace, which I usually do not do wigs when I have makeup on, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You'll see when I get a little bit more into the video, you'll see that I have to go back in and add some powder because my skin wasn't blending with the lace and my makeup and all of this. It was painful in some areas pulling up that lace to cut it off, which is another reason why I would not do this again. But I can say this lace is very, very soft, and I did think it melted nicely, and it would have been even better if I plucked it some more and glued it down like I normally do. I was just trying to figure out where I should go next, what I should do next, because it didn't look quite the way I wanted it to. And now I'm going back in with more Got2b just to get everything nice and secure. That was my biggest struggle. I like customizing my frontals, plucking them, bleaching them, everything, just so they can look as real as possible. It's only gonna look so real as a wig, but I'm going in with I thought this was a foundation brush, but it was a concealer brush, which is why it's so light. And this is where I noticed that it's too light. So I'll have to go back in with powder to cover that up. In the part, I'm going to put my wax stick again and smooth that out, and then I'll also add some concealer to lighten the part. I did not pluck it or anything. I just parted it, put some concealer. Now my contour palette I use in almost every video on my YouTube channel, just to try to cover up that light concealer. And this pretty much sums up how I installed my 20-inch deep wave 13x4 lace front from Eullair hair. Leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.